everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
Back.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The line. The line. New man losing so fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Sean Spencer, one half of that dynamic duo that is Let's Talk Football. And ladies and gentlemen, happy Sunday to you. Hallelujah. So glad you are here joining with us today. And I hope y'all been to church. I hope y'all have faced whatever you have to do on this Sunday. And this is my church right now. I'm not gonna lie to you right now. I praise the Lord, absolutely. But this is where I love, because Sunday football will be with us in less than an hour. But look, before I say anything more, I gotta talk about the guys I got with me. My young junior reporter on the spot, my guy Dylan Walsh. What up, Dylan?
Hello.
How you doing, buddy? All right?
I'm doing good.
All right, that's good.
How are you?
Oh, hey. I'm always good. It's Sunday. Another day I open my eyes.
Right.
We're good to go.
Yes.
And look, ladies and gentlemen, hey, don't adjust your screen. If it's a little foggy, it's okay. It's all right. My guy, Big Nick, I want the smoke. Rosario is in the building.
Hey, good happy Sunday morning, everybody. Let's do this. Football.
Oh, yeah.
Today's the day.
Happy October 31st, or as some people call it, my guy Nick. What do they call it, Nick?
Halloween.
Halloween.
No, real quick, happy birthday to my boy JR. Sean, you know JR.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Happy birthday to JR on this October 31st.
Oh, I love that. Yo, absolutely. Yo, JR, happy birthday. I'm in one of those group chats, the karaoke group chat, and he kind of he's been hitting me up, and I've been like, I want to go, but I didn't make it. Yo, also, as a matter of fact, Dylan and your family, there's another birthday, isn't it?
Oh yeah, my brother's birthday was 4 days ago.
You know what? Dylan might look all his eyes like,
today. I thought you were talking about today.
Oh, no. I was saying in the past. My bad. That's on me. Yo, happy birthday, Colin Walsh, Dylan's big brother, cool cat. Love that guy, man. So definitely happy birthday, all y'all that celebrated. Okay. Yo, also real quick, Nathan Snell will be with us. He's got some stuff he's taking care of real quick, but he'll be with us soon, and I'll definitely bring him on. I think Baltimore's on a bye, or did they play the Monday night game?
Baltimore's on a bye.
That's what
the Raiders on bye.
Yeah.
So
the Raiders. The Raiders. So look, hey, let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. You know what you're here for. And I'm so glad you're here to join us. We need to go ahead and talk about it. Let's get into this. The 1 o'clock game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a packed 1 o'clock slate. And we're going to start with the Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Dylan, what you think about this, man?
Panthers are coming off 4 straight losses, including a pretty embarrassing one to the Giants. And the Falcons just had a very, very close game that they usually don't win. They're not known for winning those close games.
Yeah,
they take it in the end with the field goal.
Yeah.
Panthers definitely are missing Christian McCaffrey right now. It's pretty obvious. Who should be back a couple weeks, hopefully.
Yeah.
But also Calvin Ridley out for personal matter. So this could be a very winnable game for either team.
Very true. And Nick, it's up in the air. 3 weeks ago, we would have been like, oh, Panthers, or 4 weeks ago, we would have been like, oh, Panthers are 3-0. I favor them. But now you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, and you know what? I got to give the edge to the Falcons just because they have a weapon. Yeah. Kyle Pitts is on fire.
Yes.
And with Calvin Ridley out, I expect Kyle Pitts to have a huge game. So I'm going to take the Falcons in this one. Again, just for the severe fact, like you said, that McCaffrey's still out. Darnold's having trouble with him out. They haven't won a game in 4 weeks. And the Falcons, again, they're missing some stuff too. But I think of the defenses, I think the Falcons have a little bit better one. So I'll take Kyle Pitts to have a big game, and Falcons win a close one.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll take the Falcons as well. As I think Cordell Patterson, because he had very increased snap share last week.
Yeah.
But now playing wide receiver snaps because of Ridley.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
I kind of agree with you. But my X factor is going to be Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold has been regressing. I've looked at a stat where in the first 3 games and their 3 wins, in all their wins, I think it's had 6 touchdowns, only 2 turnovers. And then in their 4 losses, he's had the same amount of touchdowns and like 8 turnovers. Yeah. As much as he was doing maybe good, getting those back-to-back games with having 2 rushing touchdowns, he's also being a detriment to the team. So, and it's proven true. Dylan, you talked about Christian McCaffrey not being there. That's definitely having an effect on him. I think it takes away the safety blanket.
It does.
But also, Stephon Gilmore's first game with the Panthers is this week.
He
got activated.
Yeah, he did get activated.
Okay.
So he's playing.
Okay.
But again, you're not going to put him on Kyle Pitts. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Right. Where do you throw in the deep end?
Right.
All right. So look, we're moving on. The next game on this list, and Dylan, I'm coming to you to cover this one. Buffalo, Miami, man.
Yeah. But last time they played bloodbath, Buffalo won. Was it 35-0?
35-0. Yeah.
35-0.
Miami's coming off the loss to the Falcons, as we just mentioned. Buffalo off of a bye, and then off of the game 4 was a loss to the Titans, though. Mm-hmm. So they're looking for revenge. I don't think this game's going to be close. This is Buffalo's done.
No. I think we're all in agreement on that. Nick, yeah. What do you think we should have any surprises for Miami or?
No, the only saving grace for Miami is that maybe we'll see a couple of Tua to Jalen Waddell touchdowns. Maybe. Yes. Depending on how Buffalo is playing their soft zone, or they're going to play man. So I don't know. Miami may get a couple of scores in, but I think that's about it. Buffalo should win this very handily, and I don't see a problem. Yeah.
I gotta agree with you both. I gotta say, and the energy and the excitement of having a quarterback from college go back with his old receiver. I love the Tua and the Waddle thing, just like I love another quarterback we'll talk about with the Bengals, who you have a love affair with. With Burrow and Chase, I love bringing that back. You got Hurts
and Devontae.
Yeah, Hurts and Devontae. Right. Yeah. I'm loving that. I absolutely love that. So I'm hoping that connection can keep thriving. Gasecki, who I know you had on your fantasy team, Nick. Yeah. I like what he's doing, but
he's playing better. He's doing better.
He's at 100 yards in 2 straight games, I think.
Right. So again, he's done well the last few weeks. But again, the Buffalo defense.
Right. No, look. I'm just naming things that I hope. I'm just naming good things for Miami.
I mean, you got Myles Gaskin back there, but I think Myles is more. They like him more as a pass catcher out of the backfield. Like he's not just a straight runner. So with not having really much of a running game, I don't see Miami really. They're going to be throwing the ball probably by the second quarter.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like it's going to be a pass only for Miami for the most part. So you're going to see a lot of, probably a couple interceptions. You're going to see some stuff. It's going to
it's going to get like that. It's going
to be
like
ugly.
That.
It's going to be ugly.
Yeah. It's going to get ugly early. So if you have anybody playing for Buffalo or anything like that, betting on them, bet heavy. Let's go. But I'm coming to you, Nick. You know what we're talking about. Your Bears still in the mix. And real quick, before I do that, I'm going to bring in our guy, our resident Ravens insider. I want to thank him so much for joining me. My guy, Nathan Snell. What's up, Nate?
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? How y'all doing?
Not much. We're
doing
good.
well.
He's about to talk about my lousy Bears. Well, look, I'll put it to you this way. You know that the Bears actually already won this week because Matt Nagy's not coaching.
Hey,
there you go. In and of itself, my friend. Let me tell you.
COVID. Thoughts and prayers.
I mean, here's the thing, though. This is a very winnable game for Chicago. That's the sucky part about this whole thing is that we should easily win this game. 49ers are in disarray. I know Jimmy G is playing. That's fine. But they have too many injuries. They don't have George Kittle. They don't, we should be able to win this game, and that's what kills me. I'm still going to pick the Bears to win just because I'm going to do it. But again, it's not going to be a high-scoring game. You're going to see something like 17-14, maybe. I don't know, but I don't think it sucks because this should be a game I should confidently say that we're going to win. But knowing the Bears, we could find a way to lose it. But I'm still going to go with them. I'll say 17-14. Bears pick up a victory this week.
Yeah, I think I'm also going to pick the Bears, but I think it's going to be a bit more high scoring, especially with Khalil Mack out.
Yeah,
with his foot injury. Mm-hmm. I think it would be more like a 23-20 game where the Bears win. Sure. But I do not trust Jimmy Garoppolo, who I think is starting this week.
Right. Yeah, that's just a bad idea. As far as right now, he's in. Yeah. They have him ranked as the number 25th quarterback this week on the Fantasy Football Now show. So there you go.
Wow. Nathan, what do you think, man?
I think the Bears can pull it out. After that horrendous performance against Tampa, and then San Francisco losing in the rain. San Francisco's not the same team. I'm actually kind of disappointed more in the San Francisco 49ers. They're one of my disappointing teams.
Oh, but for sure.
I think the Bears are going to pull this one out. I'm going to say 24-21.
Nice.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I got Chicago too. I'm going to go 31-13. I think Chicago was, yeah. Hey, I think Chicago was going to move, but okay, Nick, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but it's more because of San Francisco. I think they don't know what they have at the top. I don't know, quarterbacks. I don't know if they got that situation. And I watched that game against the Colts in the rain. San Francisco,
it was horrible.
It was San Francisco, and they're trying. Shout out to Deebo Samuel. He's still getting it every single week. Yeah. I know I'm a fantasy team. He's doing great, right? But he can't do it by himself. He cannot do it by himself.
Sure can't.
So definitely got to do. Hey, real quick, while we have you on here, Nate, we want to get your opinion on two quick games.
Sure.
The Panthers and the Falcons. What are you thinking?
Well, the Panthers. Wow.
Right.
I guarantee they exactly the Giants, and then they
all did.
laid an egg.
I'm guaranteeing them to shut out the Giants, and
then the Falcons. I guarantee that the Dolphins would beat them, and
there you go.
Dolphins choke. So we don't know what to expect from both teams. I think it's going to actually kind of be like a mid-high scoring game. I'm going to say 28-24.
Okay.
Falcons.
I can dig it. Hey, that works. That works. And obviously, this will be a quick one. Buffalo against Miami.
Buffalo Bills guarantee.
Right.
There you go. Guarantee.
Yeah.
Because the Miami Dolphins, we did the preview real quick of the the AFC. Mm-hmm. I had the Miami Dolphins as a wild card, and they have been a complete mess. I don't know what's going on. I don't think coach should be on the hot seat. I think that's more front office. I think the way they've handled Tula and they want him traded publicly.
Yeah.
I think it's just a mess right now in the 305. Yep. So.
Yep. Yes, sir.
I agree. I think it's been a mess. Like I was telling Dylan before, I think it's been a mess since they sat Fitzmagic last year. They were 4-2. They were playing really well. And then you all of a sudden say, okay, we want to go with the future. And it's kind of like, really? So I do question if that was the coach that actually made that call or maybe more the front office.
Flores. I think that was upper management.
Right. Yeah, because Brian Flores seems like he's a really, really good coach. It's just that he has other people that
got nothing.
Right. All right. So Dylan, I'm coming back to you with another 1:00 game. The Steelers at 3-3, long way away from that 11-0 they started with a year ago, against the Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
OBJ, no running game. Browns at 4-3. What are you thinking, man?
Jarvis Landry too is in.
Yeah.
He's back.
Browns have a lot of their players in, but they're all still a bit banged up. Like Baker Mayfield still has no shoulder. Odell is still banged up. Kareem Hunt's on IR. JOK's on IR. They still have a lot of injuries, and the Steelers are getting healthier and healthier. They're only missing like Eric Ebron this week.
Yeah.
So Pat Freiermuth is gonna have a bigger role.
Freiermuth.
We'll see if the Steelers linebackers can stop the short passing game with the Steelers linebackers. The Browns linebackers need to stop the short passing game with the Steelers.
Yeah. Right, but how you feel? You think Najee's going to dominate?
But honestly, I think Najee's going to catch a lot of passes out of the backfield this week. Yeah. They with Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah would be the guy who usually would have to guard him because he's super athletic, but he's out with an ankle injury. So I think I'm gonna take the Steelers. Take the Steelers 30-21.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Nick, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Steelers on this one. I think the Browns are banged up. Like I said, every first time I guess since week 1 or something that Landry, OBJ, and Baker are all together. But Baker's wearing a harness on that non-throwing shoulder to keep it in tight.
Yeah.
So obviously Pittsburgh's going to target that. They know he's hurt. They're going to come after him. They're going to blitz. They're going to rush. I say Pittsburgh, like I said, you ride Najee Harris in this one to a victory. I think it'll be a lower scoring game because of that. I would go 2017, 2014, something like that. But I do give Pittsburgh the victory this week.
Ooh, I like that. Like Nate, what's up?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Pittsburgh too. I think all the momentum is riding Pittsburgh for sure.
Yeah.
Especially, because I'm a fan of Mike Tomlin. He's one of my favorite coaches in the league.
For sure.
Especially after, I don't know who started that rumor about him.
Oh, yeah,
to
the college.
Palmer.
I don't know who started that.
It was Carson Palmer.
Yeah, it was Carson Palmer. You're right.
Yeah.
I think some of it, really quick, Sean, I think a lot of it has to do with how the Steelers have been this year.
Uh-huh.
Because they're going to find ways to move the goalposts on Mike Tomlin. They're going to say it's him, or they need to move on from him. But say what you want. I mean, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they have these 6 games that I have seen. They will fight.
Mm-hmm.
They don't quit.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin teams never do.
I'm just not. The Browns. I'm just not. I just don't see what everyone saw at the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Baker's not 100%. I know he's not going to be 100% coming in this game. So, and Odell Beckham Jr. hasn't found his rhythm. Landry's going to need a couple possessions to find his rhythm.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say the Pittsburgh Steelers 34-14.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
The score of last year's game.
Was that score last year?
Yeah.
There you go.
And look, I'm agreeing with you guys. I think the Steelers are going to win this thing. And let's be honest, the elephant in the room in Pittsburgh is the last time that they played the Browns, they were embarrassed on national television.
In
they
the
got
playoffs.
20, right. They got 28 scored on them in what, first quarter? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you can't tell me that the people in Pittsburgh aren't a little upset about that.
Remember that one, right?
Right. And to your point, Nathan.
That?
Right. And to your point, Nathan, Tomlin, I saw the questions being asked, and he's like, this is ridiculous. You're not asking these other coaches these questions, but you're going to come to me about this college stuff. Just why? Because of what? How quickly we forget that they were 11-0 last year, and we were talking about, Stairway to 7 and all this and that.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Sure.
You know what I mean? So, I agree with you guys. I think the Browns have too many injury issues. Odell being back, I think, is a detriment to the team. I think the team is better without Odell. I think they need to part ways.
I think Odell's only back because they're missing Donovan Peoples-Jones this week.
Right. Peoples-Jones is out.
Groin injury, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, him
and Akeem Hicks, they're grabbing their groins.
Injured.
And everyone's injuring their groins this week.
Oh, my goodness. All right. We got to get off groins. We're not talking about groins here. Yo, shout out to my baby in Chicago. Talk about love seeing Dylan. And did we see the Michigan State?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we all saw
Walker had 5 touchdowns.
Beat Indiana. That's what we're going to talk about today.
What?
My goodness. I'm going to have my moment.
Nate's gonna have his moment. Because Maryland finally won a game.
We're not talking about Michigan versus Michigan State. We're going to talk about Maryland versus Indiana.
Wow. Glad you finally got another win. You know what? I rock with you guys. She said, I have to say it was the best game ever. I mean, obviously, you got the W. If you didn't see, ladies and gentlemen, Michigan State pulled off the victory. Some would say upset, but I mean, they weren't that far in the rankings.
Another year,
ranked so high.
Another year where Jimmy Harbaugh has disappointed everyone.
But look,
this was supposed to be the year for Michigan, brother. No.
All he has to do is get a victory over Ohio State, and then it's all well.
It's all well. That's it. He beats Ohio State. He's safe. He loses.
He better beat Ohio State is all I'm saying.
Michigan still hasn't beat a ranked team yet.
Well, there it is. That's the other thing. They have not beat a ranked team. Like she said, I'm still shocked. Little brother won.
Little brother won. That's right. Little brother won.
All right. Look, we're talking. Yeah, Kat, we're talking football. We're talking NFL here. Get out of here. And you know what? I'm glad you're here. No, I'm absolutely glad you're here. I'm moving on to the game that I absolutely believe
in.
Week. Today is the day, Catherine. Today is the day. The Detroit Lions have lost 7 games. They have lost games in most difficult fashion. My
They've
guy
lost games in ways I couldn't even imagine they
Right.
could lose a game.
My guy Nathan Snell on bottom, he was sitting here, and he'll be back with us. He was sitting there with his Ravens, sweating because he thought they were going to lose. But his kicker kicked the longest field goal in NFL history.
They got lucky with the delay game as well.
That too, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, the Detroit Lions, who have not won a single game, are going up against a struggling 2-5 Philadelphia Eagles team. And I'm going to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to say it to you right now. The Detroit Lions. Hey, matter of fact, let me bring Nathan in here. I want
Sorry
you to
about
see
that.
this.
My phone it randomly just went out. I apologize.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. I know. We were talking about the Ravens a little bit. Your phone went out. It's okay.
Right.
Listen, the Detroit Lions will upset the Philadelphia Eagles and get their first win. Ladies and gentlemen,
That make me crazy.
I don't care if it makes me crazy, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to happen.
Oh, man.
Michigan State won, and now the Lions were going to win.
Well, see, that's the thing, Sean. I want to be with you on this. I picked Detroit to win last week, if you remember.
Yeah.
I was all in for it. I'm like, man, this is the week. This is it. Here we go. And now here we are again, 0-7 against 2-5. And you know what? The better half of me is telling me that I just can't do it. I want to, but I can't. Detroit will find a way to lose this game somehow. You're going to see Jalen Hurts to like Devontae Smith for like with two minutes left, some kind of touchdown, 40, 50 yarder that gets behind the defense. And that's going to be it for Detroit. It'll be a close game, but they'll lose another one by like 2-3 points. And that's going to be the heartbreaker for Detroit. They'll be 0-8 and everybody will be crying in Detroit again. So as much as I really want to, I'm going to take the Eagles in this game by like 2-3 points. That's it.
Oh my goodness!
Some last minute thing's going to happen. And it's going to be anarchy. It's going to be
wow.
I'm with Sean here. I'm taking the Lions. I don't think it's going to be close.
Let's go.
I don't think the Eagles defense can actually. Even with Jamal Williams out, I don't think the Eagles defense can stop Hawkinson and DeAndre Swift.
Let's go.
So
DeAndre Swift is the number 2. DeAndre Swift right now is a number 2 fantasy running back in the league. He's been having great games. Hey, Nate, you talked about coming to you, Nate. You talked about don't sleep on Jared Goff. Today's the day. Today's the day. Wait a second. Where's all my lines?
Is it Nate? Nate, is today the day, Nate? Is today the day?
Let's go, Detroit, baby. Detroit.
Jersey.
Detroit of everything. Let's go.
The Detroit Lions are going to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Guaranteed.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Guaranteed.
Detroit, baby.
I just think last week, okay, it was I should have been the Jared Goff revenge game against the Rams, but we all know the Rams are a juggernaut.
No,
but
it was 2 weeks ago, right? Yeah.
I'm sorry. Something just tells me though, like I got to be careful because the Detroit Lions, they're gonna find the way they can't close games.
Right.
But the Eagles are a different team too. I mean, they lost to Oakland last week, but something just tells me that Detroit Lions will get that first win today.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Okay. I said, I hope they do, but I'm still gonna go with the Eagles.
Okay.
I hope you guys are right. I hope you guys are
There we go. All right. So moving on, and Dylan, I'm gonna come to you. The head of the AFC South, the Titans, play the number 2 team and a team that's kind of been on the rise, the Colts. What do you think?
Well, yeah, the Colts started 0-3 with that third game being a loss to the Titans, which wasn't even close. Where Derrick Henry ran all over them like he has most of the year, though.
He ran over everybody else.
Yeah, except for somehow the Chiefs, but
and Arizona. He struggled with Arizona.
Yeah, he struggled against Arizona as well. But yeah, Julio Jones is out again, so they're gonna rely more on Derrick Henry. And AJ Brown had a really, really good game. Was it last week? Yeah.
AJ Brown.
Yeah. Had a really nice game. He's starting to finally find himself from last year after his hamstring injury. And the Titans' defense has also been on a rise, even without all of their corners. I mean, 2 picks on Mahomes, held him to 3 points. So yeah, I think Titans win even with the Colts on the upright. I think the Titans win this like 34-28. Be a higher
Okay.
scoring game.
I like that. Look, I'm gonna disagree. I understand it's not a popular decision, but I've been repping the Colts all year. I've been repping them. I believe in them. I want to be very clear right here. I believe in the Colts. I believe in the coaching. I believe in the defense. I believe in some of their weapons. I do not believe in Carson Wentz. Maybe that goes back from when he was with the Eagles, and I know how good he is, but since he got hurt, it's like this is a different Carson Wentz.
I mean, this year, Carson Wentz has more sprained ankles than interceptions.
Well, wow! Yes, let's go. That's the issue.
That.
That's the
Carson
issue.
Wentz is still upset about Nick Foles taking his spot and winning the Super Bowl. So.
Nick Foles is sitting on the bench making money, and Carson Wentz is still struggling. I mean, look, Carson, he's struggling, but somehow he's slowly under the radar, still putting up decent numbers, still pretty consistent. But he has a solid running game in Jonathan Taylor. He has a couple great receivers. He's getting T.Y. back. He's got Michael Pittman Jr., Mo Alley Cox at tight end. So he has a team around him, and it's kind of like just don't mess up. But he's with Frank Reich, his old coach that was with him in Philly, and they have a connection. So I'm going Colts on this one. I'm going Colts 31-27. 31-27. I think it's going to be close, but I think the Colts are going to do good. Nathan, what do you think, man?
Well, seeing the Colts on Monday Night Football against the Ravens a few weeks ago, and they kind of first half whooped our ass. They just didn't close in that last quarter. But I think they have the pieces. I mean, they've just been plagued with injuries. In Tennessee, I mean, I got to give Derrick Henry some love. I think he's an MVP candidate.
I think he's the MVP favorite right now after Kyler Murray's game Thursday.
He should be.
And I just think
after the game,
a guy that's he just carries that Titans team. I'm a little disappointed that they got Julio, AJ Brown. I know Corey Davis is in New York. I would think the offense would. I mean, I understand you can't balance passing and running, but you just can never discount Derrick Henry and the Titans. But the Indianapolis Colts these last few games are no joke. So I'm gonna say the Tennessee Titans 31-27.
Nice. Nick, what do you think?
Well, until somebody shows me otherwise, I'm going to ride the Derrick Henry train.
Yep.
I'm going to go Titans over the Colts until somebody stops them. I mean,
I like it.
I will say that Ryan Tannehill has definitely looked like he's regressed this season.
And you know what, though? I picked him up last week as a fantasy fill-in, and he got me 19 points. So he had a great game last week. I'm going to start him again this week just because Russell Wilson is still out, and that's my regular quarterback. Yeah. So I'm hoping Tannehill has a decent game thrown to A.J. Brown. You know what I mean?
We'll see.
Julio's gone, and, again, Derrick Henry out of the backfield. So I'm going to ride the Titans until somebody shows me otherwise.
Yeah, this is a divisional game. We know those always hit differently, so this should be something to watch. Unlike this other game, which should be a stat stuffer. And if you're betting, if you're in fantasy, you better hope you have one of these players that belong to the Cincinnati Bengals because they are playing the Zach Wilson-less New York Jets. I think they're backup White. What's his name?
Mike White.
Mike White.
Yeah.
And they just got Joe Flacco back in the trade, too.
After Western.
Was that the same Mike White who coached
Kentucky.
Illinois back in the 80s? No, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm telling you.
Anthony said Titans by 2 touchdowns. So Nicholas.
Yes, sir.
Your Bengals. We know how you feel about the quarterback-receiver combo. What do you think about this one?
How do you not? How do you not love Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, my friend? That's all I have to say to you. But at the same time, you have Joe Mixon in the backfield who has been running well. And probably to my surprise, whenever they spell him with Samaje Perine, who's actually having a pretty decent year in his own right.
Yeah.
So when you got 2 running backs who can carry you along with the offense you have in terms of passing, and then like every other game, EJ Uzuma seems to score 2 touchdowns. So how do you not like this Bengals offense? And especially when you're playing, I mean, look at what the Patriots did to the Jets.
Yeah.
And the Patriots are starting, our boy Mac Jones. But yeah, I'm all the way in on Cincinnati on this one. Like I said, look for another 40-point game, probably by Cincinnati at least. I'm going big. Cincinnati blows out the Jets, and the Jets just continue to try to figure out what the hell went wrong with their franchise.
I agree,
Cincinnati
Dylan.
big.
I think the Bengals backup quarterback, when he comes in garbage time, is going to have more passing yards than Mike White this whole game.
There you go.
So I'm going to pick Bengals 45-10.
Wow,
There
Nathan,
you go.
how do you feel about that? Woo.
Take that.
Great
son.
points.
Yeah. What do you think, man?
Great points.
Nick's like, I got nothing to say. That's all I can say.
Can you speak on a rival? I mean, I know are they leading the division right now?
Yes,
No.
because they just beat the Ravens.
Yeah, they just beat us.
Oh. All right, I'll go ahead and go. Yeah, Bengals, if they don't put up past 30, I will be upset. I will think that they failed this game, and it's good as a loss. The Jets are in shambles right now.
Yeah.
I hate it. I feel bad for them, but the Bengals are on the rise, and they're playing really well together right now. So yeah, I got Bengals by like 35.
I have the Bengals winning by 40. 40 nothing.
Why not? 40-0. Pitch another shutout.
Good gracious.
Who needs it?
Good gracious. And look, Nate, I'm going to come right back to you. We're going to go into the next game. In a game that is equally as big of a spread. The 6-1 Rams are playing the 1-6 Titans. We just, I don't know if I know, Dylan, I talked to you about this, and most of us follow this stuff. I know there was just a report out by Adam Schefter saying that the Miami Dolphins will not follow through with the trade or whatever that trade thing was between Tua and Miami
D-Watt.
and D-Watt. Right. So, now is there any hope like this is going to be another blowout?
Oh, it's going to be a blowout. The Texans
Yeah.
stink. I mean, like the Rams, look, you're going to get a score. You're going to get a guarantee. The Texans stink. They just traded Mark Ingram to the Texans. Their owner was I think Cal McNair. I think that's his name. He's in the headline for all the wrong things. And then on top of that, Sean Nick. I've spoken on this publicly. The allegations against Deshaun Watson, I just don't like the fact that they come out when the man wants out of Houston. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Right.
I think this is just all, to me, I think this is going to hurt Deshaun Watson more because it's like now he can't get out of Houston.
Right.
And also, think about it. I don't even think he's getting paid. So
Yeah.
It's gonna be
It's
an
a
ugly game.
mess. It's a mess.
but the final score will be 51-3.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's how bad the Texans are.
Yeah.
Nick, will it be that bad?
Well, it's funny you should mention that because for those of you, I usually handle the betting on our show, Let's Talk Football, the Roundtable.
Yes.
I
On
found
Tuesday nights.
I found a really that if it hits, it's going to be a big payoff. I found for this Rams Texans game, I have a same game parlay here of any first half touchdown to Robert Woods, anytime second half touchdown to Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
And Cooper Kupp to score the first touchdown. It's a plus 74-10.
That's money right there.
Yes. I don't know if I can legally tell you what I bet, but let's just say I did bet on this parlay.
Okay.
Wait,
All right.
you said it's a plus 70 what? 74?
74-10 on FanDuel.
That's how bad you see. If that's like that, then that tells you how bad the Texans are.
But it does say so. It's a first if you want the parlay, go to FanDuel for this game. First touchdown scored Cooper Kupp. Any second half touchdown scored Cooper Kupp, and any first half touchdown scored Robert Woods.
Right.
So if you're looking at a blowout, they're going to pass probably the first 2 quarters. This is very possible to happen. So I took this bet. I bet a little bit of amount, but if I win a big sum of money. So
There you go. So needless to say, you think that the Rams are going to win.
I do.
All right.
I do not.
All that to say yes.
I'm picking the Texans.
I'm out.
Because-
Wait a minute.
That make me crazy.
What?
The Texans,
think his
the
braces
Rams
are
nearly
too
got
tight.
upset at
He
the
helped
Lions
that
last
kid.
week.
True.
They're coming
True.
off. They have a small amount of injuries on their defense, and I think Brandon Cooks is now playing really angry, and I think he's gonna go off this
I'll get
game
really angry. I like that.
Wow.
because
What?
he wants it out, and they're not gonna let him go out. I'm gonna take Texans 24-21.
Look at that.
No, wait.
I mean, I think it does.
That make me crazy.
You had to get it twice because that I'm sorry, Dylan. Up
These
to this
braces
point,
are
I
too
respected
tight.
everything you said, but what in the what? I can't.
Did
What?
you see Nate's face
Right.
when he first said that?
Ladies and gentlemen, his camera is not frozen. He is just literally in shock
Right.
and awe.
His mouth is
Dylan
dropped.
has just blown up the show.
He is.
Wow.
That's it. He did. This show's done. He blew it up.
Wow. You know what?
Oh,
gotta.
man. You
I
know
don't
what?
even know what to
If they
say.
win, you know what?
Right. If they do win,
Dylan,
man.
we need to set Dylan up with his own show.
Right?
We need
Yes.
we need to get him a contract with ESPN. We need everything set up for Dylan.
Dylan.
If they
Yes.
win this game,
Dylan, what
Yes.
state do you live in?
Virginia.
Oh, he's with us.
Well,
He's with me.
Oh, it's by you. We'll
Yeah.
have to send you like a care package of something if that actually happens, bro.
Right.
That's ridiculous. That's a crazy pick, but that's hilarious.
Wow. Hey, what
I'll
a
send you
way
some
to
leftover
end
Halloween
the
candy or something.
What a way to end the 1:00 game slate. Oh my
Oh.
goodness. Now we're gonna go into it. We gotta talk about the 4:00 games. My game was moved back instead. You see what I'm wearing.
it's moved to 4:00. So that's not at 1.
Yeah, it's not at 1 now. It's at 4. The 2-5 Washington football team, who is right now in a gauntlet of games. We played the daggone Saints, which we actually probably should have won that game, except for that halftime, Hail Mary. We played the Packers last week. We
0 for 3 in the red zone is what
I
killed
just
you.
don't even want to talk about it. You saw what we did against the Bills. We actually played decent against a struggling Chiefs team and then gave them the game. I don't have anything good to say. I don't.
Oh, come on.
It's look. Look,
he's right.
Wait, don't get it twisted. I'm not going anywhere. You
I know.
see
I know
what
you're
I'm
not.
wearing. I wear
No,
this
I
stuff
know.
all the time. Do I need to bring the shoes in here? But
Can I make you happier, Sean?
no hope. No hope. Today,
it's
maybe.
just-
No hope.
Let me make you happier, Sean. Maybe try
Okay.
this.
All right.
Again, I'm gonna. I again go to FanDuel with this. I found a same game parlay for this game that I kind of liked.
Yeah.
So I'll give you this one. An anytime touchdown from Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
An anytime touchdown from the returning Jerry Jeudy.
Uh-huh.
And Washington football team to win by 1 to 13 points. That's a plus 28.75.
Okay.
Now that seems like that's very possible that all could happen.
Oh, it definitely can happen.
So if you want, that's on FanDuel as well. Same game parlay for this game. Anytime touchdown scored by Terry McLaurin. Anytime touchdown by Jerry Jeudy, who is returning this week. And again, he has a great matchup with that kind of soft Washington secondary.
Yeah.
And Washington winning by 1 to 13. So I took that one. It's a plus 28.75. So again, I do, I'm taking Washington to win in a close one because again, in theory, these are two teams that are probably as evenly matched at where they stand right now. So again, take your pick on this one. It's kind of a pick 'em game, but since I took the parlay, I'll take Washington in a close one over the Broncos. As long as Jerry Jeudy scores a touchdown. Yay.
Yeah, listen, hey, I'm hoping for it, but Dylan, what do you think, man? Give me some hope, man.
What
Is there hope?
Well,
I think
the Broncos.
Washington's definitely. I think they're gonna be up 21-10 at the end of the first half and lose 35-21, or not 38-21 at the end of the game.
Nice. I like that. Yo, shout out to David Wright. So my phone literally disconnected after the Houston winning 21. I love it.
It's the best point.
Okay, there you go. And your comments have been now banned from the show. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for joining us. Nathan, what are you thinking, man? How you feel, man?
Well, not to live, at Washington. There's just kind of been so far disappointing. Just nothing really to build off of, from coaching, continuity. The Denver Broncos stink. I don't know what everyone saw in the first 3 games. Teddy Bridgewater is not what I
garbage teams. Yeah.
I don't know what
Giants, Jets, Jags.
Yeah, exactly.
Their defense is terrible. Von Miller looks like he's going to get traded. Everything points in Washington's favor, but man, I really would like to see, like, besides McLaurin, someone's got to be a number 2 behind McLaurin. Somebody. I mean, Curtis Samuel. I think he's playing, but
Wow.
I thought he was out.
He's out.
He's still out. He's still out.
Him and Cosby are out.
Like, that sucks. I mean, we got Ricky Seals Jones, so
you got a tight end. Maybe
and then
he has a good
AG
day.
and I believe the Washington football team's going to pull this out.
Okay.
I'm saying 24-14. And every time the Broncos lose, Sean, just real quick, that Vic Fangio clip I play on my podcast, if you've not seen it, subscribe to my channel.
There you go.
Every time they lose, I'm going to play that Vic Fangio clip.
There you go.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Real quick, Sean, if I could. The funny thing on the fantasy football now, so Myles Garrett came out dressed in a costume.
Yeah.
And on the back of his cape was every quarterback he sacked in the NFL.
Ooh.
With Mason Rudolph on there.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all in there. It's funny. Every say,
Was Lamar Jackson on that?
Maybe
cape
it's on
too?
his helmet.
Oh. Wow.
But
Wow.
he
All
had
right.
Mason Rudolph on his helmet.
Right.
Wow. All right. Look, I do think we're going to win this game. I think this is going to be what we're going to win coming into the next game where we have to play Tampa Bay, and I'm not feeling confident about that at all. So I do think we're going to get this W. I think it's going to be like a 21-17 or a 24-17 type situation. And I'm thinking, we're going to get a couple passing touchdowns. All right. I'm going to go into a quick rapid fire. We're getting close to the game time. Nick, I'm coming to you first with this one. Patriots versus Chargers. What do you think?
I think Mac Jones has a good game, but that the Chargers still win. He has improved every week. He's doing, and he's flying high. Even though it was the Jets, they scored 54 points last week.
Yeah.
So they're pumped up. They're probably got a little bit more confidence in the offense. Obviously, their leading receiver is Jacoby Myers, even though he doesn't have a touchdown. So I look for that. That's what I will predict this week. Jacoby Myers finally gets a touchdown this week. Wow. Everybody's been talking about it. I think Mac Jones is aware of it. So I think this is the week you get your Jacoby Myers touchdown.
Nice.
So, but I still think Chargers win. Chargers are a better team. You got to go with Justin Herbert, my guy, Austin Eckler, and the boys. So Mike Williams having a fantastic season. So I'm going to go with the Chargers, but I look for the Patriots. Make this a close game. Give me a nice, 35-31 feel.
Nice. Moving on. Dylan, Tampa Bay with the GOAT versus famous Jameis. Eat a W.
It's Jameis's revenge game against Tampa Bay.
Hey,
right.
Let's go. Yeah.
Kamara finally had a really, really good game Monday night against the Seahawks. He's finally finding himself.
Yeah.
But Traquan Smith got yelled at Monday night, but he's back. He's better than whoever they had.
Right.
Marquez Callaway caught a Hail Mary. He's nice. That's it. So the Saints definitely have the pieces to beat Tampa Bay, especially with Tampa Bay's banged up secondary with Sherman maybe out, Levante David maybe out. Gronk looks like he's still going to be out. Yeah. So I think I'm going to take the Saints, but barely, like 28-27.
There you go. I like it.
I like that. All right. Moving on to this game. Sorry, Nathan. I'm going to give this one to you. Jacksonville. You weren't in the group. I'm sorry. You came a little late. This was the one. I'm sorry. Jacksonville, after coming off their first victory, going up against the Geno Smith-led Seattle Seahawks. You've talked about the coach, Pete Carroll. You talked about all these guys. What do you think is going on in this game?
Well, I hope somebody has a costume of Urban Meyer in the club.
I've seen some around.
I hope someone has I hope I get to see that.
That's hilarious.
I mean, see, they don't have Chris Carson.
I mean, I have him for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I think it's with his neck, right?
Yeah, they're talking
Yeah,
maybe the rest of the year he's out.
They kind of evaluate him week to week, but
right, it may shut
it's
him
kind of
down,
pointless. He may
still.
not play the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Russ is still out. Their defense, Seattle's defense, is just not. I can see that he's gradually moving on from the cover 3 defense. But the Jacksonville Jaguars, man,
Do it, Nate. You know you want to. Do it.
The Jacksonville
Trevor Lawrence
Jaguars are going to beat the Seattle Seahawks.
There it is. That's what I wanted to
Guaranteed.
hear. That's what I wanted to hear.
Oh no!
Laviska Shenault goes off this week. Let's go, Trevor Lawrence. Let's do it.
I think I should get that. Does that make me crazy?
Oh,
I think Trevor Lawrence.
You get one. You get one.
That make me crazy.
I give it to you, man.
I think Trevor Lawrence is going to throw 4 touchdowns in this game.
Ooh.
I'd love to see that because I think, again, every week that kid just keeps throwing it out there, and I'm telling you, he's going to break for a big game one day.
I feel like
It's
if
gonna
Trevor
happen
Lawrence
soon.
had any coach but Urban Meyer, he'd be the front runner for Rookie of the Year.
Right, you're probably right, Dylan. That's probably true. So yeah.
Okay, I just have a quick question. Do you think it's unfair that Pete Carroll is kind of getting criticized? They were like, should they move on from him? I think they give up on a guy that's made the playoffs 9 of 11 years and say, oh, we need to put him on the hot seat.
Well, look, we already know this is the NFL is not for long league.
Not for
I mean,
long,
they're
baby.
not going to
Right.
keep
What have you
forever.
done for me lately?
And we also know that, yeah, exactly what you just said, Nick. It's what have you done for me lately type stuff. Look, Pete Carroll at the end of the day has had an amazing coaching career. You know about his stuff in the pros with the Legion of Boom and Russell Wilson and all that stuff. But then you go back to what he did at USC with probably one of the greatest college football teams of all time with Liner and Reggie Bush and all those
Can we
guys.
not talk about that because you're going to get me started if you bring that up. I'm serious.
I'm just saying as far as his coaching
don't bring up Pete
tenure.
Carroll and USC because that's
my
son
goodness
took off
gracious.
to the NFL when all that scandal happened, and now poor Reggie Bush doesn't have his Heisman Trophy because of all that.
Wow. I understand that. I'm saying.
No. What did I say? What did I say?
What's
Don't
the
get me
major
started.
point? The major part of it is should he be considered to leave or stay? Look, in my personal opinion, I think his time has passed. I think he could move into going and somebody else would come in there. I think that's the nature of the business. That's what I meant. But I was trying to give context to what I was saying by saying he's had a full career. Why you always gotta go for me, Nick? You know what I'm saying? This is Sunday, man.
You triggered me. You hit my trigger.
I swear Reggie Bush got his trophy back.
No, I don't think though. Even after the thing, Dylan, I don't think they did not give back his trophy.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
Reggie Bush will not get his Heisman Trophy back, and that's a damn shame, honestly. Given all that happened, the way Pete Carroll just. Right away after that, he went to the NFL and he didn't get punished for any of that. That's BS. I'm just saying. You hit a trigger, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was doing just fine till you said USC and Pete Carroll.
Look, listen.
DK Metcalf would do really fun in my fantasy.
Oh my goodness. This is why we got to move on. See this? Listen, we're moving on. I'm trying to see if I can get one of my resident Cowboys on here, but I don't think we're going to. So it will be a Cowboys. There's going to be a Cowboys bashing session. If I can't get one of my Cowboys on here, I've sent all 3 of you that I can think of at the moment the link. I put the link in our group chat, so I know some Cowboys are in there. I'm going to give you an opportunity to defend your boys. Other than that, it's on. Dallas sucks. No, I know as somebody that follows this game, I know that it's not true. On the field, obviously, they are amazing. They're playing great. Dak is playing great. They have a two-headed monster at back. They have countless weapons at receiver and tight end, and that defense is playing on fire. Okay? So, shout out to them. They're doing amazing. They had the bye week this coming week, but they're playing possibly without Dak this week.
I don't think he's going to play.
I'm also
first
thinking
team reps all week. Yeah.
Right. So
the backup took first team reps all week.
So that makes me think we already know. See, in the Bible it says you have not because you ask not. So when I ask for it, the Lord provideth.
Now you got it.
My partner, my diehard, my number one, Janae Struther.
What up,
I couldn't let him do it. I couldn't let him do it without somebody getting on. You know, I am just getting off a plane, but you know what?
Oh wow!
I had to tell.
You
I
just
had
get
to
off
get
a
on
plane
here
and she's
as
gonna tell
Sean
you
was saying
something.
all that stuff about it. Don't make that face. Don't make that face. You knew I was coming.
Let's go.
How you gonna make the comment the Dallas Cowboys suck, man? How you gonna make that comment?
I didn't think you would listen. I was just trying to get
fix your face. Fix your face.
Fix your face, she said. Fix your face.
Yo, so what?
No matter
Hey,
how bad you guys want to say that the Cowboys suck, you can't put us in that category no more. We're not with the rest of y'all no more, Sean. We're not at the bottom.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true, Dad.
Wow. All right, what y'all gonna do? We already heard the reports. Dak most likely will not play.
Right. Your boy's
Yeah.
out.
So are you gonna get this W? Is Captain Kirk finally gonna get a win?
That faith. I got that faith of a mustard seed like you, Sean. I have learned from you, brother. And I still got that faith. I mean, we got all the weapons we can. If we can continue to run the ball, we got too many threats. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Rush has not shown me. He's only shown me 3 passes, ladies and gentlemen, in the last however many years. So I think that we could do it. I think if we come in with a smart game plan, we have a chance to make it happen. But you know what? If we decide to sit Dak, is a reason why we decided to do that, ladies and gentlemen, because we got time. We're 3.5 games ahead of everybody.
No, that's true.
So we got time to lose one if we have to.
But can you stop Dalvin Cook this week?
Whew.
Can you stop Dalvin Cook, baby? Can you do it?
I'm just hoping he does another fumble at the last minute like he did for this game. I'm telling you, I'm just hoping. I had to hop on here for a second, but you already know how I feel about my Cowboys, Sean.
Oh yeah,
I know.
Don't start talking that the Cowboys suck when I'm not on here.
I had to say something strong to get you out here. I knew you was gonna pick something like that.
As soon as that was mentioned, I said, "Oh hell no!" Let me get on the show.
Let's go.
Let me get on the show. Hey, but I love y'all, man. Y'all doing a great job. I'm gonna continue watching. But I got some more birthday stuff to do for my wife. So look, keep it going. But cut all that cowboy talk. And tell the one at the bottom to fix his face. Fix his face.
Let's go.
I'll talk to him soon. Don't worry. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.
All right.
There you go.
That's funny,
Yo,
bro.
I love it. Let's go. Let's go. All right, man. Let's go around the board real quick. The games are about to start. I'll start. Honestly, without Dak Prescott, we see what happened last year. I know they made defensive improvements, but I still think that the way that Minnesota is playing, Kirk Cousins only has like 2 interceptions this year. I think the way that they're playing is going to be a little bit too much without Dak. I think it's going to be a 28-17, 28-24 type of game. And I think it's going to be penalties and maybe potentially some turnovers, some interceptions that Cooper Rush throws. Dylan, what you got, man?
Well, I'm still taking the Cowboys. I think Trayvon Diggs is going to carry his interception streak, and I think it's going to be more of a defensive battle than what we're used to with the Cowboys. I'm going to pick Cowboys 20-17.
Ooh, I like that. Nick, what you think?
Man, if Dalvin Cook can get running early, like if they can establish him early on, that helps Kirk Cousins so much. So I'm going to actually take the Vikings in an upset here, and I think that if they can get that running game going, I think you're all good.
Oh, I like that. Okay. Nate, I'm giving it to you. What you got?
Thank you.
The Minnesota Vikings are going to upset the Dallas Cowboys 30-28. But I do predict Ezekiel Elliott's going to have 2 touchdowns, so he's going to jump in that little Salvation Army thing.
Oh, wow. Bringing it back. Listen, I am an equal opportunity host and advocate for people that want to talk about their team. I let Janae come on here in the airport. So I got my other guy that's been riding with me for a very long time, who is a diehard Cowboys fan. Give him an opportunity to talk about it. David.
There he is.
What's up, man?
Dave?
What up,
Don't say I didn't do that for you.
Real quick, all right? I just want to say happy birthday and Merry Christmas to Nick. Nick, who is playing me in our fantasy league, and it looks like that's not going to play.
Yeah.
So congratulations, buddy, because you were getting smoked if he played this week. I am very nervous about this game. I really hope we come out with our and play the game the way we need to and run the football.
Yeah, you got to run Zeke.
Yeah. Hey, we're
Zeke the
going up
ball.
against one of the best rushing duos in the league, and we have probably the second best since Cleveland's dealing with injuries. If we can keep this game on the ground, let Trayvon slow Captain Kirk down. This game, we have a shot. I am nervous, though. So I hope we keep it a low-scoring affair right there in the 24-21, 24-17 range. Our boys a shot to be able to pull it out, but we'll see.
Y'all got an offensive lineman. I can't think of his name. Is he still suspended?
Lale
Oh,
Collins.
he's
Lale
coming
Collins.
back this week. He's back this week.
Okay.
I believe he's back this week, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He is he done with the whole bribing the testers? Is he done with that? I mean, you tell me. I mean,
Cowboy, what do you expect?
yes, exactly. As long as you admit it, that's why I love you, Dave. Let's go. Yo, I love it. Absolutely. Yo, Dave, I'm glad you came on here. Ladies and gentlemen, check my man out. We will be going on actually Tuesday this week, right? Are we going on Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday this week, normally on Wednesday. Let's talk fantasy football. We dive into both of our fantasy leagues, and then we also look at the waiver wire, look at the ads, drops, how we did in the past, and also look at some of your questions. Definitely keep adding these questions, ladies and
Can we
gentlemen.
talk about my victory over David this week? No.
Oh, yes. we will talk about the effects of Bimageddon, okay?
I need to make some trades.
Man, I was
Someone wants to
5-0
trade
in
my
that league, and it looks like I might be taking a 3-game skid.
Right.
You might be
Yeah, that
skipping
is-
that league on the show this week. I don't know yet.
Plus, I also got Big Nate this week in a rematch in the other league, so you're going
Let's
down
go.
too, my friend.
Let's go.
We'll see about that.
That's right. Don't think I forgot about you, my friend. I
The
saw
Baltimore Elite are they're going to
the
get
Baltimore
win.
Elite are on a bye. You're going down.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. So, look, ladies and gentlemen, the games have started already. I hope you have a great one. I'm definitely going to, I'm so glad you guys were able to be here to join us. So glad we got Janae on here, my guy Dave. We already know how it go. Hey, for me, I'm Sean Spencer. You see this guy next to me, the Packers #1 guy in a little Pittsburgh Steelers love, you know. Dylan Walsh, thank you so much for being with us, buddy.
Thank you for having me.
My guy Big Nick, Mr. I Want to Smoke, Rosario in the building. Yes, sir.
Nice to
Yes,
see you
sir.
again. Nice to see
You see my guy down there in the corner, Big Nate, from the host of Big Nate Talk podcast. Man, be with you every night on YouTube. Check it out, no doubt, no doubt.
Nathan under snow, baby.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, and one of the homies from way back, man, my heart right here. David Wright, my guy. The inside work between all of the stuff that we're doing with Let's Talk Football, with the pick'ems, the fantasy league, the podcast, the group chat, everything, man. This is the inside man. This is the man that gets the job done right here, man. My guy Dave, got to show love, no doubt about it. Even though he sits in front of the Cowboys thing, I know it's
How
kind of
about
like,
them Cowboys, baby?
right? It's like, oh, I can't do it. Oh, it hurts. But look, hey, so glad you guys were here to join us. Hope we were able to help you out today, and I hope you enjoy the games. Peace and a bottle of hair grease, ladies and gentlemen.
See you
We will
guys
see
next
you
week.
next time.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The line. Here. The line. New man looking so fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother,
I'm Sean Spencer.
and this is